Ohmeezzy in the building.
Okay.
Let's see what I
Scrolling down
want.
my timeline looking for something to watch as I eat on some vegan lasagna for dinner, I came across a very interesting channel with a familiar face.
But why the hell do you have to tell us that? Okay, not gonna lie, bro. Now I have vegans in my family and that, bro. And vegan isn't what you guys be thinking. People out here munching on grass and that, bro. You can eat good as hell as a vegan and that, bro. Especially if you're Jamaican, if you're African, you should know most of these cultural foods and that, bro. If you take out the meat, it's pretty much vegan food, bro. Eat at you. But you see, when it comes to the cheese, though, I can't do the vegan cheese thing, bro. So anyone trying to flex vegan lasagna, vegan pizza, ew. Everything else, though, I'm down with it. Yeah.
I eat on some vegan lasagna for dinner, I came across a very interesting channel with a familiar face. Now, either this page was obsessed with Plaqueboymax or Plaqueboymax had a secret channel.
I didn't realize how bad my shit got. Like, I have a very addictive personality, bro. Like, I love that on God.
Bro, this guy was releasing information that Superman couldn't get out of me, but he was releasing it day by day, video after video, back to back to back. Oh yeah, I'm addicted to corn. I got a weed problem. I'm lonely. Like, god damn, in a week, bro. Slow down, man. You're revealing too much, fam. He was going crazy.
Like, I have a very addictive personality, bro. Like, I love that on God.
Well,
I should be putting that on God. I love beautiful women. Like, it's low-key addiction. Like, if y'all take a look, I'm going to scroll and screen record. If y'all take a look at my, like, explore page, like, I just can't help myself. Y'all look too good. What am I supposed to do? I can't help myself. Like, it'd be f***ing me up. So it's like, bro, I got to get lust out of my system. I want to change who I am as a person. I want to get lust out of my system. And I'm going to be honest, I want to stop smoking weed, but
a channel called PBM, Plaqueboymax's backup/burner channel, had been posting videos starting back a year ago. But these more recent videos have a little bit of a different tone to them. Not about showing off any flash or him hanging around with his friends, but more about him
Yeah, and it was a slight variation of like the Kai Cenat channel, the Kai Cenat whatever page.
documenting real life things that are going on, him being very introspective, and him talking about the issues that he's facing in his life and how he's tackling them. Very reminiscent of one Kai Cenat's channel, and we'll get to that in a minute. But after watching a couple of these videos, all other commentary about the death of streaming seems so pointless. It's not gonna come from Clips channels, it's not gonna come from e-beefs, it's not gonna come from these stream snipers. No, the death of streaming is gonna come from the renaissance of the man streaming. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. It goes a very long way. I clearly have a sweater addiction and I need you guys to support me via subscriptions. Now, back into the content. At the ripe old age of 22, Plaqueboymax seems to be going through some sort of mental health crisis. Being a public figure ages you
Okay, I didn't think we were there yet, bro. Chill
in
out.
ways that people have no clue about. The limelight is bright. Every move that you make is scrutinized and criticized by commentary channels like me. You don't know if you're building real friendships, real relationships. Everything seems fake. Companies are
W accountability though. W accountability. Yeah.
trying to take advantage of you. All these things are happening. So it makes a lot of sense why Plaqueboymax at his young age, just turning 22, would be going through some sort of mental health crises.
When I tell y'all I was going through it, I was really going through it, bro. Like, dead ass. Like, by day 10, bro, by day 10, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through the rest of these 20 days. Nigga, I'm having nights where I'm in the bathroom, like, just bawling my eyes out. Like, do y'all remember around that time when my friends was here and I'm telling them, like, I was telling them, like, if y'all had a button to press if you want to continue your life, you feel me? Y'all remember that? Bro, I was really on some shit, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck, like, real life. Once again, shout out to all my friends that came out here and, like, helped me stream for, like, me. Like, or like took the place when I was away from the camera, because without them, that shit, you feel me? Whatever day before the 24 hour and I came home, bro, I just cried on my couch, bro. Like, and I don't be crying that much. Like, I cried on my couch. I'm like, damn, bro, like, I don't even have nobody, bro. Who do I have? I push everybody in my life away. I don't talk to my parents. I'm out here in LA. Like, yeah, I got my cousin, but it's like, damn, bro, like, what am I even doing this for? I could win as much as I want to win, but if I'm not winning with people I care about, do it even matter? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? And I just started reflecting. I mean, I've been talking to God. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Because I'm really genuinely not understanding, like, why is there so much negative energy around me? Why do I feel like so much hatred? Like, and I just realized, bro, like, you can blame other people for your actions, but that shit all stems from you, bro. You create your universe.
Now, I'm not asking you guys
But that is a lot of information to take in at one point and that, bro. But obviously that's old school Max. Obviously we know that he was even had like physical health problems and that, bro. Just like the other day and that, man. You get what I'm trying to say? When he had his girl and that, bro. Then he broke up with his girl, and then he admitted on camera that his girl was a big part of his life and that, fam, which is absolutely crazy. Like the last like 2 years, bro, this guy's gone through a lot still. I can't even lie to you and that, man. But I feel like you have to reach a certain level of understanding, especially going into the content creation space, that a lot of the things you imagine things are gonna be, when you actually get there, it's not gonna be like that, bro. Because people are going to have their own agendas. If it ain't really going that person's way and that, bro, it's not like they're going to stick it out for you. Because it's not like real friendship where people put their neck on the line or their clout on the line or whatever for you and that, bro. So, relationships are going to be thicker than that, man. And surely this was around the FaceTimes as well. So him saying that as well, which is kind of crazy, man. But I feel like the way he came up as well, bro, he was more so a loner in terms of he streamed on his ones. Yeah, he might have done collabs on like Discord or whatever and that, man. You get what I'm trying to say, bro? I wasn't really seeing him collabing with people like that. You know what I'm trying? So it's like when he says he wants to be winning with people that he wants to win with, who are those people though? You get what I'm trying to say, bro?
People for your actions, but that shit all stems from you, bro. You create your universe.
Now, I'm not asking you guys to sympathize or empathize with Plaqueboymax or any streamer, simply due to the fact that I know that that's hard for a lot of people to look at somebody who makes a shit ton of money and say that they are going through any sorts of troubles or problems or anything like that. Hell, that's just the way that this society is set up. But the reality is that these guys have lived 1,000 lifetimes in the span of 4 to 5 years. And for the most
Like literally, bro, like just listen to all the information that he just gave you within that little point and actually think about the breakup, the fact that he was actually ill like multiple times and that, fam, like all the issue, like him being separated from fears and that, right? That's a lot of stuff, man. You get what I'm trying to say? And I feel like that's what it is. Like life goes at 10,000 miles per hour and that, man, especially when you're a celebrity. You just got to move on to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. You don't really have time to process and that, bro, because you're trying to achieve things and also please your community, and you don't want to let them down as well. And that
these guys have lived 1,000 lifetimes in the span of 4 to 5 years. And for the most part, they don't have big teams surrounding them. So they're having to take on anything and everything. When I look at the streamer universe, most people's teams are made up of cousins, brothers, assistants that they find off of Instagram. So while capitalizing and maintaining on the careers they have built, they are also having to internalize every situation and take it on by themselves. And people forget these are kids and they are doing kid things. But at some point you can only bend but so much before you break. The old stuff gets old really, really fast. And those that are looking to maintain some sort of sensibilities about themselves change. They evolve. Plaqueboymax goes on a journey uncovering some deeply profound issues that are plaguing not just him, but what I would acknowledge are issues that plague a large majority of the male audience that makes up his audience and my audience as well. Hell, a lot of these people's audience. He talks about our
But the maddest thing is as well and that, bro, like it's like I'm wondering if Max was able to, because a lot of these people don't really get to experience, like those first things that you experience in life. I feel like these guys do all of that on camera, and I don't think it's a healthy way. But when it comes to like your first experiences with ladies and that, bro, when it comes to money, when it comes to clout, all these different things are coming at you so fast and that, fam. So like Max saying, oh yeah, I have this girl problem and that, I have this girl problem. It's like, did he have experiences before streaming? Did he ever have a girlfriend before streaming? And that to just have like a slow kind of steady walk into that world and that, bro, or was it just bad bitch after bad bitch after bad bitch that just came along and that, man? And now you're rolling through one after the other after the other after the, you know what I mean? Same thing with the money and that, bro. Someone like maybe let's say Phantom and that, bro, that came from rags to riches, but at the same time I feel like he had a more steadier growth. Same thing with Agent 000, steadier growth, whereas people like Plaqueboymax, Kaisana, it's like kind of like, even though they've been doing it for a long time, it's still kind of like overnight success at the same time, and the biggest in their industry type of thing. So I feel like so many different things is just, you get me, and they haven't really lived enough to deal with all of these different things and that, man. Even with the friendship things and that. Like, I feel like I've pretty much had the same group of friends since however long. So it's not like I'm looking for a new group of friends. I feel like sometimes when these guys go into these different worlds, you're looking for friends and people to do things with that are genuine and that, bro. But at the same time and that, bro, the streamer world, celebrity world, rapper world, all these different industries, I feel like is the wrong place to find genuine connection and that, man. You get what I'm trying to say?
That makes up his audience and my audience as well. Hell, a lot of these people's audience. He talks about our consumption habits, what we intake as we consume all of this content and how it can be detrimental to us.
Anyways, bro, point is, bro, I'm laying in my bed, bro, and I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, this bad bitch is like my pick. I'm like, yo, I was doing some research. I'll be deep diving, researching into music stuff. It really fascinates me and I like learning about it. And I'm trying to just consume more, bro. You are what you eat, nigga. I be consuming bullshit. Twitter, y'all got me fucked up, nigga. One scroll, I'm out here seeing AI cock getting slapped on a whole face. That's not it.
Okay.
Like just random shit, bro. That's bad consumption.
Not gonna lie.
Now look at me.
And that's a choice, bro. I don't want to hear it. Oh, yeah, it's on everyone's algorithm. Yeah, you made that the case, man. You made that the case. Still.
Okay.
Like just random shit, bro. That's bad consumption. Now look at me.
Because my
I'm not
timeline
doing
ain't
well.
like that.
If I start consuming things that can better my life, like for example, like not on some KC3 reading books with a timer shit. Shout out my BVet soldiers.
that shit?
But nah, more so on some like let me learn about things I'm interested in and fields I'm interested in. Let me like just consume more of that. Bro, why have I not sat and watched a movie on my own or like just in general in the past like 5 years?
I think Plaqueboymax is increasingly right here. Now, off top, like he said, that does not mean that you have to totally throw away all of the things that you once consumed. I definitely don't want you to put down this unemployed news, but that doesn't mean that everything that you consume is straight garbage or nonsensical or not for the betterment of yourself and your growth. He mentioned how Kai Cenat is doing the same thing with his reading journey, and a lot of people are already acknowledging that there have been improvements in Kai Cenat without even seeing him as much as we used to. We are so used to these quick hits and quick fixes of content, whether it be TikTok, IG Reels, tweets, he say, she say, big captions or whatever. Rarely are we ever consuming these deeply complex things or something that just takes a little bit more brain power than what my 15-second scroll has. It can truly stunt your development. And what most people don't understand is that it also harms your creativity. It harms how you're able to deal with things in the real world. You need a good mix of these things. And with everything being able to come to you so quick, fast, and easy, Plaqueboymax has acknowledged that his vices have basically gotten out of control. But he is going to try to get a rein on those things.
I need to tame my vices, which is women and smoking. Those really the main ones, bro. I'm gonna be honest, that's the main shit. Like I really gotta do better, bro. So I think I'm gonna go celibate. I think I'm gonna cut off all girls that I talk to, like I'm gonna just ghost them.
Now, before the cannabinoid crusaders come into my comment section speaking about how weed is beneficial this and how it's not addictive that, I just wanted to be clear. Plaqueboymax is identifying that he has addiction problems with these things. How these
It all depends on the individual, man. You can't do a blanket approach with millions and billions of people, bro. It all depends on the individual.
things are impacting his life and how he is trying to change for the betterment for him. Not a PSA of Ohmeezzy telling you to put anything down, but it is good to see that somebody so young can acknowledge when some things are detrimental in their lives and at least attempt to make some sort of change, because the real world impacts and his ease of access to getting these things are not what's beneficial for him. He even acknowledged this in a video he made after the Grammy situation, that he did smoke to celebrate, but ultimately did a good job avoiding being lustful with women, looking at them and contacting them in that type of way. So some wins and some losses.
I haven't fucked up. Last night, I'm not gonna lie, I smoked, right? And this is the problem with smoking. Smoking makes you like more susceptible to doing things you shouldn't be doing. That's literally my biggest problem with smoking. It makes you sluggish the next day and it makes you susceptible to do things you wouldn't normally do. For example, I'm not gonna lie, there was this girl that was texting me. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I was airing her shit. I've been airing every girl that I was talking to. They was getting aired. She texted me. I ignored it. I smoked. She called me. I picked up. I was literally in the booth. I was at the studio yesterday. I picked that motherfucker up. I'm gonna keep it a stack. She was finna slide in my shit. Regardless, right? I didn't end up making her cool. But it's like, bro, if I wasn't high, that would have never happened. I promise you. I guarantee it. So it's like, bro, what am I doing here? You feel me? That's why smoking be fucked up for me. I'm also going strong with the other shit. Nigga, I'm not beating my meat. Yo, when niggas saw that clip and tried to make me some gooner, nigga, I don't be beating my meat. Maybe once, twice, 5 times a week. All right, nigga. You feel me? Here and there. Bro, I was off that, though. I'm off that. I'm completely off that. My bigger problem was that I was spending too much time on women that I'm not trying to build a future with. I don't know how niggas...
Obviously, you guys got to realize, though, when you release something on the internet, you cannot now control the narrative, bro. It's just left up to interpretation and how whatever individual comes across it is going to interpret it as. That's something that you always got to put in your mind. Once you put this video out there, it can turn into something that you didn't even mean it to be, but it is what it is. You just got to hold it.
Bro, I was off that, though. I'm off that. I'm completely off that. My bigger problem was that I was spending too much time on women that I'm not trying to build a future with. I don't know how niggas made that some goon out conversation, because niggas need their headlines. It's fine. Regardless, though, I'm going strong. This is my 4th, 5th day, something like that. We are probably going to go. I'm going to go to March 1st.
Part of the problem problem with the streaming community is that all these things that Plaqueboymax is saying that he is a problem with the streaming.
Every single content creator has this mouse, bro. That is crazy. A new generation came out as well, and that, bro. Everyone has this mouse, fam. But it's true though, because it literally doesn't hurt your hands and that, man. It's the ergonomics of it, man. Because I remember I had a regular mouse before. I used to get cramp and everything. This mouse though, never. Oh, since I've had it 3 years, maybe like once or twice or whatever, but barely ever.
Community is that all these things that Plaqueboymax is saying that he is avoiding have been encouraged by content creators, by people around him, etc., etc. This is basically like the rock star era. You know, Jimi Hendrix, Santana, Metallica, whatever you want to say. Drugs are around, girls are around, opportunity is around. And at some point, you get hip to the overindulgence that you are partaking in, and you just want to check out. I have a theory that that's part of the reason why we haven't seen some streamers recently, kind of like Duke Dennis, partially because he gets aired out every other week, but also because, hey, this lifestyle can just be a lot. And ultimately, this opportunities take away from any sort of bigger, better, or greater mission that you're having. You're just there to entertain the same audience over and over again by doing the same routine things over and over again. Let's get high. Let's invite a bunch of women onto the stream. Basically. Let's make some half-baked rap songs, and then ultimately fuck the women. It's just a cycle. It's repetitive. And I think this makes your creation clock tick just a little bit faster. Now, the final video that I watched about Plaqueboymax was called I Almost Sold Out, shaking my head.
I always say, man, I hear what people are saying, bro, but you have a choice, man. You have a choice. I don't care what it is in life, bro. You have a choice. You don't have to do that. You're choosing faster. To do that.
Now, the final video that I watched about Plaqueboymax was called I Almost Sold Out, shaking my head. Specifically because the world is in the situation that it is in currently, and situation should have an S on the end because there's so much going on. Plaqueboymax speaks on how not saying things based on how it impacts your money, even if it goes against your moral compass, means that you basically sold out, you compromised. And it's not a good thing.
But if you change who you are for this, you're compromised. If you are afraid to speak out over something that is real life going on in the world that you don't stand for, but you don't speak out for it, against it because of this, you're compromised.
Wow.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You change who you are and what you truly love doing. Because of this, you're compromised. And you...
I definitely hear it, bro. But at the same time, it's like people are doing this for their families and all of that type of stuff, and you get me, setting people up around them. So depending on the topic, bro, like the right person talking on the wrong topic at the right time can really get them out of it. Like I'm talking about, they take a major hit. So at the same time, if you're just doing it to like keep your luxury stuff and all of that, that's where I'm like, okay, yeah, 100%. But sometimes, depending at the powers that be and what you're talking about, and you're actually out here trying to provide for your family, or you get me, set this person up, and you actually just hold your tongue, to some degree, I can understand it, and bro, depending on what it is. But if you're constantly doing it on a consistent basis and you're doing it to keep the next Bentley and that's when I'll be like, okay, yeah, you have a point still.
And what you truly love doing, because of this, you're compromised and you sold your soul. You're a sellout, and I will never sell out.
Simple words on surface level, but I think that people don't understand how easy it is to compromise yourself based on the dollars and cents that these people are getting. And let me say,
yeah, exactly. And if we talk about the wider issues of the world as well, bro, like what has Plaqueboymax really talked about that can really hurt him? You get what I'm trying to say? Like there's levels to it, man. There's levels to it.
Is to compromise yourself based on the dollars and cents that these people are getting. And let me say kids, because all these guys are young. This isn't inherently about some sort of political statements that Plaqueboy regrets not making, or, you know, didn't say in the past, or, you know, hasn't had the opportunity to praise certain countries. It's not about that necessarily. This is also about limiting your creative scope simply due to the fact that somebody might be telling you don't do that. Hey, bring this person on because there's a bag involved. Don't bring that person on because there's a bag to be lost. Don't follow your dreams simply due to the fact that your dreams may not be the most profitable way about going about making content. I think that this aligns with a lot of people's thoughts when it comes to content creation lately. The U in YouTube has been lost, and now everybody's just a slave to the algorithm, doing anything and
that's called motherfucking bars, nigga.
making content. I think that this aligns with a lot of people's thoughts when it comes to content creation lately. The U in YouTube has been lost, and now everybody's just a slave to the algorithm, doing anything and everything that the audience wants them to do or the numbers want them to do. So much so that if you look at people's past selves and look at their current versions, they are totally unidentifiable. They look like two different people. Now, so far, Plaqueboymax has seen positive reception to the content that he is making and the journey that he is on.
Yo, you know what's crazy, bro? Me and Max have talked about this before. It actually kind of saddens me, low key. I honestly wish Max could just somehow make his shit work while also being a part of like shit with us. But I honestly get it, and I'll always respect him. Bro, I asked him to hang out last weekend, but both of us couldn't on the day that he said he was good. Bro, I love Max, bro. I wish me and him could hang out more.
A whole other.
Bro, if you ever need a friend, Max, I'm always here.
If every day was a good day, there would be no good days. Remember that.
If every day was a good day, there would be no good days. It would be a regular day. Maxwellium Dent, you're a genius. Once again, you have given us a quote. Maxwellium Dent, wow. You have done it once more.
If Silky is becoming a cornball, bro. He's around running them guys too much, bro. Bro, what the hell is he doing? Out here sounding like
Every
Shunico,
day was a good day. There would be no good days, Maxwell Dent. He is the oracle.
But just like in the Kai Cenat situation, I'm seeing a room that is divided. Part of the Yao can sympathize with them, saying, this is genuinely sad, man. Life isn't about making millions of dollars or being the best, whatever your profession is. It's about forming genuine relationships with people and having experiences and moments with them. And then there's others.
Nah, it is about that as well, though. Because I always say, bro, a lot of people out here in life are like sad and depressed and all that type of stuff. I said, bro, once you have a purpose, bro, a lot of that issue will come together. I feel like a purpose and people to live that purpose out with. You get what I'm trying to say? Or people that you can provide to once you've reached that purpose or whatever. But I feel like those two things, bro, connections and a purpose are the most two important things in life, man. Without a doubt. Without that purpose, bro, a lot of things just spirals. And same thing without connections as well. I feel like they go hand in hand.
Saying that this new spin on mental health is the new grift from the streaming industry. You'll always have your haters in these situations, but I'm here to tell you that it's okay for a 20-something-year-old to have some sort of new awakening about life. And guess what? He's probably going to have it again at 23/24, and then again at 24, 25. And then when he has kids, and then when he turns 30. People usually have these journeys about themselves. They won't always stay one-sided. They'll learn, they'll grow, they'll go from left, they'll go from right, they'll go from up, they'll go from down. Nobody's life is this linear thing. And especially as you get into these extreme professions or extreme realities like streaming is, it makes it easier to actually understand that these young men are having this quote unquote awakening and stepping away from all these different things. No, I don't think that this is the end of Max as we know it. I think that he'll do some of the same things like he used to do in the past. But do I think that he'll ditch some of his old ways? Of course. That's what growth is. And I think the people that criticize this growth by calling it some sort of grift are legitimately stupid. So kudos to you, Max, and kudos to...
Bro, I hate when a new word becomes popularized, man, because you guys just use it and overuse it and overuse it and use it into the ground, man. Flipping hell,
calling it some sort of grift are legitimately stupid. So kudos to you, Max, and kudos to anybody else that will go on this journey to put away their childish ways that have been heightened by the streaming era. If it means less streams, so be it. But ultimately, if it means growth, then hey, good on you.
Yeah, man. Like, I always want people to progress when it comes to the vernacular and vocabulary and all of that. But when the internet gets a hold of a word, bro, overuses it, runs it into the ground, and then ultimately changes its meaning, man. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. It's your boy Jazz. I'm gone, man. In a bit.